Hello there, this is the Webinar One Lady. I'm back. Today I want to talk to you about follow-up and its importance. Why is it important? Well, by statistics, 73% of the people clicking on an ad are not ready to buy immediately. So, if you think that to acquire the lead you pay some money, from my point of view, you cannot afford to lose that lead and consequently the money that you invested. So how to keep this lead linked with us? Maybe you remember that in the previous video I talked about the funnel, and if you define a funnel like a salesman or a big container, that's a place where you can nurture this potential customer and start to create a relationship with him or her. But even more important is the follow-up. And how do we apply that? Mainly with emails. I utilize a system which is based on what they call multidimensional follow-up. So we can use WhatsApp, chat box, and so on. But emails are more successful. Despite most of the people believe that email marketing is dead, I can tell you that most of the online marketing gurus they find that with 7 emails you can cover the topics and the main objections that a potential customer could make to your offer. So let's go for it. The follow-up is a proven sequence with a logic behind it that helps you in this process. So let me just touch point the main ones. Then my suggestion would be that you go and read and get a bit more educated on that if you like the concept. Otherwise, at the end of it, I will suggest you how you can more easily do that. So let's go through the points. Firstly, immediately after acquiring the lead, so the lead entered your funnel and at a certain point decided to leave it. So the first thing should be a story. Should be a case study that you should present to this person, because people love stories, and so they try to identify themselves in what they are listening to, and that's the first, let's say, seed that you are going to plant. Then think of the objections that the potential customer could make and write the answers. So think of the facts, the frequently asked questions, and write the answer down. So be ready with that. An example could be, which is quite easy, let me say, what if this product doesn't work for me? Don't worry, you will be reimbursed. So that's an easy one, but something like that. Then you need a proven content. So if you don't have it, go and search for a link or some content on the web and convey the person to go to this link. Bear in mind that you always need to give value to a potential customer to convert it into a customer. Then another important point is blogs, if you have it. For sure you have already written articles that this potential customer did not read. So write an introduction and convey the person to your blog to read your articles. Then audio or video. I mean, if it's a faraway person, it's important for him or her to listen to your voice because you start to create a connection. But if you can, and if you feel to do that, even better, show your face. So if you already have videos or something, interviews, add the link to the email and try to be seen by your potential customer. Then write some suggestions and write about it, how and why they work. And finally, the storytelling. Storytelling is so important, as I've already said. You close the circle by doing this because you create the connection with the first point, with the first email that you have sent to this potential customer. But let me explain why it works. It works because people love stories. People want to identify in a story that they are telling. If you intercept a person who has been having a similar experience as yours, it's great. You will be successful. But it is more psychological, because by doing this, you don't urge a person to buy anything. So you will accompany the person to make the purchase, to make the final step for it. So it's a great thing to do. It's cool, isn't it? I believe so. Easy? Not at all. I mean, there are courses, there are schools about that, but there is a, let's say, easier way how you can do that. For sure, as of today, you have literally jumped into a funnel process, and you didn't know about that, you weren't aware of that, and you started receiving emails. Grab those emails, go through them, read them carefully, customize them to your offer. So you already have a guideline, you already have a base, go through them, customize them to your office, and it's done. You have your follow-up sequence ready, and launch it. You will be successful. Believe me, it's feasible.